Alrighty guys, and welcome back in. Today we're going to be spawning in, let me just move the disco ball up. We're going to be spawning in on the Fractured Cowshed. Alright, now what do we know about the map? It is very survivor-sided. I'm in the center of the board, or just shy of it. I'm not really wearing many colors that can help me hide, if that makes sense. I am looking nice and bright. I also know we're going to be versing a Spirit. Now, Spirit is a very commonly picked killer. She's very strong for how easy she is to play. Now, with add-ons, the Spirit can be a devastating weapon and in the right hands as well. That being said, I am in a pre-made right now. I'm in a 3-man Swift with 1 solo queue player. I kind of want to work through my objectives as quickly as possible because I don't want to hang around in a trial against the Spirit. Even though this map is favored towards survivors, I don't feel that I'm going to be able to hide well enough from the killer in the corn if it is required. Now, this map is very large and it is kind of open as well, keeping in mind that a lot of the jungle gyms you are looping at, you can actually see the killer through, even if it's just a little bit, like the cracks we can see in the wood to my right-hand side. Now, the guy that did just originally get hit on the left-hand side of the bottom hand of the screen that you can see, the guy that did get hit is no longer in chase of the killer. That either means the killer is standing stationary and going for phase attack, or the killer is actually let go of that chase. I already know the answer based on the fact that person did go down. I also know that I want to rotate on the objective and work on the opposite side. That way, if she has barbecue and chili, it's going to be a harder experience for her to physically see me and know where to go. Totem's already gone. Wasn't Horner ground. I'm under the assumption now that it was Ruin. Got another teammate unaccounted for during this entire experience or ordeal. That's a very long hook. What does that mean? It means she's either taking him to the basement or she's taking him away from the basement. Therefore, taking him away. I understand the value in hooking away from the basement based on the fact that sometimes you want the person to be saved sooner rather than later. The later they get saved, if you come back to the hook, it can cost you a lot more time as opposed to a premature early save. Now, I don't want to be premature here and go in for the save, but if the right opportunity presents itself, like somebody else takes a hit, I will go for the save. Otherwise, I want to work on this gen. Having another gen being completed, I don't really think the killer is going to be coming back. The crow hasn't been disturbed, so there's no one in this direction right in front of me. Crows will take 15 seconds to come back. Shears Iron will, I think. No, she's crying. Killer might actually have Strider. I will give her a heal. I'm a little nervous. I'm looking at the heal bar. It's not going down or taking a longer period of time. Therefore, we're not versing Sloppy Butcher. We'd obviously know on the bottom right-hand side of the screen if we were versing a perk called Thanatophobia. Therefore, Killer has nothing to enhance how long it will decrease how long it's going to take us to heal. 2 people on a gen is going to get it done in 47.5 seconds. Numbers are a little off today. I do apologize. Alright, stacking on it is a good call. Now, I know the guy is my obsession to the left. That could be Rancor on the killer's behalf. I don't actually know. It could mean he also has Decisive Strike. That being said, I want to get this generator done. I want to do another gen in the middle of the map. We got one in the red barn done. I think the red barn is one of the strongest jungle gyms you can have on this entire map. Therefore, you should realistically leave that jungle gym towards the end of the game and not try and complete that generator. However, in solo queue, some people do just do the closest generator because they try and get as many blood points as possible, much like they all run in for saves when sometimes you're playing Survivor and you're working on a gen right beside somebody on a hook because you want to complete the gen before you hook save, and somebody will come running across the board because they want the easy 1500 blood points. Now, what do we know? We got the generator done. We've had another teammate hit. I'm going to go through the middle of the map. That generator right there has my name on it, and it looks like I have picked up a friend. I could search the chest. It looks like the gen is almost completed and somebody else is on the gen. Therefore, I will search the chest. This gives the killer 1 generator left. That's just very hard for them, but what has the killer been doing? The killer's been committing to their chases for a long period of time. They chase this person until they caught him, and then they are chasing another person. I'm going to go into the assumption they're going to continue to chase this other person until they catch him. This generator is more than halfway done too. Remember, each piston on a generator roughly represents 22% of a completed generator. 2 pistons moving very fast, therefore over 44% completed. As we can see, 3 about the 66, and then 4 will be about the 88% completed mark as well. Looks like that's going to be a really quick and smooth game. If my teammate has BT, we're going to be living the dream. Now, saving a toolbox for the end of the game, not BT, adrenaline. Saving a toolbox for the end of the game is a very clever thing to do if you think the killer's going to be coming in towards the objective. Well, the killer didn't come in based on the fact I'm going to go under the assumption that the killer is committing to a chase after the same player. They've chased 2 people this entire game right now, and it looks like no one's going to be able to come back and help the killer maybe secure 1 or multiple kills. This just goes to show you the sheer power behind the perk called No One Escapes Death. It allows you to have an additional 4% movement speed and a 1-hit down available unlimited times, providing the totem has not been broken. So now my objective is to run around the board and try and find a totem and then go for the basement save against a Spirit who has no real reason to leave the basement because there's an exit gate to the right-hand side. I can already see somebody in that corner, so I'm going to check on the middle of the map right now and see if I've got something over here to work with. Remember, the totem can spawn in the corn. It can also spawn in this little area to the left-hand side here. No totem here. Unlucky. Just going to keep having a bit of a gander around and see if we can get lucky in breaking it. Trying to run in there without a form of instant down is, well, without a form of stopping her instant down is going to be devastating. Now, I can see the killer was over here still. There is a totem spawn over here, and this is very ambitious for me to try and come in and break the totem. Totem spawn is actually pretty close too. It's right here. Okay, it's not a lit totem. I'm gonna come back for him. I could try and risk it and run down there and save him. But that would have just caused me to go down then. Why would she leave the guy in the basement? The only reason I think she'd do that would be she's either going to a very closed door or her totem's very close and she wants to check on her totem. So let's have a little bit more of a look here and see if I can see anything. I don't want my teammate to die first hook. I'm going to give it up for my allies to look for the totem. I'm going to drop the toolbox. That way I can hide my hand a bit better. I want to be a hero, but I don't want her to see me. She's really not leaving. She's coming in with this one kill. It just goes to show you how powerful this perk really is. This one perk forces multiple people away from the objective, which is saving this man from the ground. The thing is, I'm happy to run in there and trade with him, but I don't even think I can trade if she's just playing on the staircase. I'm kind of staying around. Or somebody else is coming in. They got the same idea. Alright, well, if he's going to be a hero, he's not alone. Now the killer gets two of them. I'm going to go down here because she's just going to walk behind me and hit me in the back as well. Because she has a one hit down, she can get away with that. Now I need to crawl underneath my ally so she can't push me out. Borrowed time, so she still only gets one, providing he dead hards through, and the other guy takes the BT hit. However, endgame collapse has not started, and now they have all this extra time to look for another ally. Why would he come running back in? She's right behind him. I reckon he's got decisive strike, or he has unbreakable. I want to crawl on top. I couldn't crawl on top in time. If I could crawl on top of my teammate and she picked him up, she would have got decisive strikes, giving him a window to be able to get the save on me. Looks like the solo queue guy's just waiting in front of the exit gate. This just goes to show you the power of no one escapes death. The killer tunneled 2 people the entire game. I don't think they got any hooks, and now they walk away with multiple kills because of one perk. It's the equivalent of decisive strike, in my opinion, but I know a lot of people will disagree with that. So what do we know? We know we've reset the entire timer right now. I have 120 seconds till I'm dead. I also know I've got one teammate looking for the totem. I got one teammate who picked himself up through unbreakable or through decisive strike because he became the obsession. It was decisive. This means that I'm the only one in the basement right now, and she is coming back down to make sure I'm alone. Now these guys have a lot of time. Yeah, good job, Dylan. You're doing good. These guys have a lot of time to look around and find the totem. There can only be so many spots. When I attempt to Kobe or get off the hook by holding M1, this will cut 20 seconds off my life. I don't really want to cut 20 seconds off my life, so I'd rather let the 60 seconds pass and then press the spacebar key for another additional 60 seconds. This is going to prolong my life for as long as possible, therefore being 120 seconds, while hopefully being able to let these guys find the totem. Still got the solo queue guy walking around. Hasn't really done much. I mean, he'd be better off looking for the totem. She really wants this one kill, and I think my teammate on the far right-hand side of the board has found the totem, and that might be the victory bell. Do keep in mind my allies do need to be healed. This girl should be a little more ambitious now that she can't go down in one hit, and the killer will most likely be standing on top of the staircase so nobody can get past. So they need to group, they need to heal, and they need to come in as one. Teammates asking for the heal from the solo queue gamer. Let's see if she does it in time. You need to do it. Alright, remember, if they save me, we can still trade, providing nobody is on death hook here. Bill's coming in, he tried a dead hard play. Did he make it work? Yes, he did. He got it to work, and he didn't go down. He didn't have borrowed time. That's unfortunate. So I essentially just got farmed off hook then, but it was my only chance of success. If Bill had a perk called Borrowed Time, they could have saved me from an inevitable death. However, the killer might think I have Decisive Strike, and I still do have another second chance here. Or the killer's going to risk it and pick me up. Let's find out. If I don't crawl out of the basement, she might just think. They're all grouped, they're all healed. They all need to run down here and then make a full group squad play, which is exactly what I think is going to happen right now. I can't crawl up these stairs. This is my only play. She's clearly waiting on the stairs or just at the top. We need to make an incredibly good play here if I'm going to get out of this. Bill looking for the trade. I dead-harded then too. That's unfortunate. Hoping my other teammates coming in. Walk right past him. Good. Coming in with another body block. Taking another hit in the back. Looks like the squad might actually make it out. However, she does have her phase active right now. So it is just literally a run for the exit. First in, first serve. Hoping Bill has his dead hard. Looks like the killer walks away with no kills. With camping with no aid in that situation. I understand why they camp based on the fact the exit gates were powered. But it just goes to show you, me going to the basement and saving my teammate did turn out. However, if Bill had a perk called Borrowed Time, that would have went much better and a lot more smoother. So anyways, guys, GG's well played. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're watching this one over at YouTube, it just goes to show you the power behind NOED, how strong that perk actually is, as well as why you shouldn't overcommit to your chases as killer. That being said, guys, well played, and I will see you in the fog in the next video. Have a good one. Alrighty guys, and welcome back in. We're going to be spawning in on the Disturbed Ward. Now, I did play an offering for the map, as you guys can currently see. We're going to quickly plunder this chest. We got a really strong loop here that entwines a good window and an average loop. So you can actually make this work phenomenally well. The issue, unfortunately, is the fact that we are lacking a generator, if I'm not mistaken. And even if there was a generator, this is one of the stronger jungle gyms you kind of want to leave for the mid-late game. Should have the shack to my left. Alright, so we know where we are on the board, which is good. We're versing a Ghostface, and he managed to get a stalk off on a guy and down him straight away. Very good play by Ghostface. Unfortunately, it looks like Adam wasn't really paying attention to his surroundings, and he did take a bit of punishment. Ghostface would have been wickedly close to Adam, based on the fact the second the stalk activated, he took the hit. So you've got to be very, very careful when you're versing these stealth-oriented killers. They can come up right behind you. Now let's talk about Ghostface. Ghostface has a 32-meter tear radius at 115% movement speed. His tear radius can also be altered if he chooses to activate his ability. Activating his ability means the tear radius will completely disappear, and so will the red stain on his chest. Therefore, a survivor can think the killer is moonwalking, survivor can think the killer is left. A lot of different plays can be used around it alongside countering Borrowed Time. Now I can hear the heartbeat getting louder, but I don't actually see what direction which is happening. My generator's looking pretty good, and it will be the only gen done. I could go in for the save on Adam, but I'm going to leave that to the solo queue gamer. Generally, a lot of people in solo queue like to go for it. There he is right there. That was a pretty crazy lunge that he did. I tried to delay it. I'm going to go through twice. I was really trying to get that lean stalk, so I'm really trying to get that line of sight block. Last thing I want is him to down me in one hit here. Make sure we catch him in an open area and we break him right out of his stalk. I know where he is. There he is. Let's go now. Gotcha. He gets regression on one of the generators. I come all the way. No, he took good pathing. It's coming right through. We're going right back through our window. He took bad pathing. We're going right back through the window again. Now I'm one hit down. This is bad. I have to pay attention to everything right now. I need to snap him out of his ability. Good play by him. Unfortunately, that little bit of an island there blocked line of sight. I am a one hit down right now, so I have to be careful. That's another gen done. I'm going to tap this one to stop it from getting completed. I'm going to wait right here on the corner and see what he does. I think he's gone through the map right now. I want to go back to my objective here on the right, but the last thing I want to do is get caught out and downed in one hit. So I'm going to play a little bit more immerse, a little bit more passive for about the next 10 seconds, so he cannot one hit down me. Do I think he's here? I don't, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Not going down in one hit and going down in two is really valuable, especially because his ability just reset. Looks like somebody else saw how great this jungle gym is and wants to play it. I was out of position, but he didn't see me. He was too focused on the survivor. Let's come in and complete this gen and run straight to the shack and complete the shack. Oh, dude, I waved. I waved to try and get his attention. Killer can come straight back in and punish us. Alright, we're gonna go... Yeah, he already knows. He already knows that there's a gen over here that's nearly done. That's good. Now, my teammate can make a good loop around that. Unfortunately, I gave the pallet early. I mean, I didn't go down and we got multiple other things out of the way for the price of it, so it kind of worked out in favor. This will give the killer one generator left, and he's focusing too much on trying to catch an injured target. And I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to try and take a hit, knowing that I have adrenaline, if I can sandbag and reset the killer's bloodlust. I got you. Alright. No, Bill. Bill, finish it. Unfortunately, he got hit through that, and if Bill only just helped and finished the generator, we would have been okay. But unfortunately, Bill panicked, and because he panicked, that hurts us quite a bit now. It hurts us quite a bit, because my teammate did have adrenaline, and now this guy's hooked in the basement. Unless we do a triple body block, that might be enough, actually. Good play, Bill. My turn now. Alright, enough time for him to wiggle off. I'm gonna wait here. Take another body block, and that's the whole group working together. That was with solo queue gamers as well. It just goes to show you what a smooth ending from it, and every player knew that what needed to happen. Now, the reason Bill didn't take the hit was because I'm guessing he didn't have access to adrenaline, or he didn't read on the generator. We could have dropped the pallet early and then made that play to try and get it, but unfortunately my teammate did get hit, and the stutter animation did cost him as well. Anyways, guys, that's going to be a GG's well played. If you enjoyed this informative, educational Dead by Daylight game, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm constantly uploading more informative Dead by Daylight killer content as Ghost Survivor and Killer. Unfortunately, we didn't pip as well. If you want to tune into the live streams, I do stream DVD 5 days a week over at Twitch as well. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the fog in the next video. Thank you, guys. Alrighty, guys, and welcome back in. Today we're going to be spawning in on the Saloon, one of my favorite maps in Dead by Daylight. Now, a lot of people don't like it. I honestly think it is a killer-sided map, even though there are some platform gens to have to deal with. That being said, I always have a lot of fun on it. It is a small map. Jungle gyms are very unsafe as well. We can see we have a police officer, Detective Tap, floating around beside us. It's good to know. Alright, we're going to grab whatever's in the chest. We've got a med kit. Now, I don't necessarily want to work on the generator above me. Seeing this door is already open means nothing, actually, because the door to the right is sealed. Alright, who was the killer reversing? I saw something underneath me then. I don't know if it was a tumbleweed. It was a tumbleweed. We've got a Frosty Eyes clown across the map. Now, a lot of people think Frosty Eyes means Noed. You're generally right. Alright, what do we know? We've got an injured teammate, and he's running through a jungle gym for the first time. The clown will be chasing him. It's a little bit behind, but keeping in mind the clown has 115% movement speed. He gets no penalty after the rework from throwing a bottle as well. Looks like Dwight is trying to make a hiding play here. Clown is going to be able to see him. There's your bottle effect. Now, Dwight will scream if he moves through that pink smoke. That being said, I could run in for a presidential save on Dwight. It looks like he is A-okay. If Dwight wants to come all the way around again and run towards me, I will drop down with bounce landing, and it will take a hit for him. But it looks like Dwight has rotated when the killer opened one of the doors. That being said, now that the killer's done that, he's reset bloodlust. Dwight has got far enough away from the killer, waiting in a spot where he can watch in third person. Now, I am watching from a very safe height. Let's see what Dwight decides to do. He's probably going to try and loot this jungle gym yet again to the right. If he comes over here, we will take the hit for him if that is required. Looks like Dwight's going to go through the door the killer opened and take distancing between the killer. I'm going to balance landing down right here. Looks like he's opening the door. I'm going to go right across towards my teammate. I am exhausted. Does help us a little bit. He's got chlorophobia. Therefore, I am going to be healing at a slower rate with a teammate. We've got 2 generators done. Frosty Eyes Clown is coming through. I'm so sorry, beautiful. Alright, we're going to go around to the right. I'm under the effect. He does not have exhaustion add-ons, or the love heart on the left-hand side would have reset. I'm going to another platform gen. People could argue that I'm doing only the safe gens here. And don't get me wrong, I am doing gens in an area where I do have a field of view advantage. What do we know about Dwight? He currently has Iron Will. We currently have the clown. He's not coming in. That's fine. Gonna work on the generator. That was a smart call from Dwight based on the fact that the killer does have chlorophobia. There goes the God pallet as well, unfortunately. I could have been there and taken the hit for him if I was a little quicker, but unfortunately I was not. He should be able to hear the Jenny from where he is right now, but he's got too much vision focused on my teammate. Could run in and try and take the hit. I'd rather apply pressure with Dwight. We have one other teammate who's Maya and on full health. He's going to be working most likely on a gen where I'm shaking my camera to the right-hand side. Clown is upstairs with Dwight. Not Dwight, sorry, with Detective Tap. Detective Tap can loop out through the front because he did see the pallet, and that is exactly what he's going to do. He's going to go for a long loop all the way around the side. Remember, Dwight is currently injured, so I need to be smart with my movement here to take the hit for him. Didn't see the scratch marks leading around, which is going to hurt. Dwight actually wanting one of those heals right now. Once he gets the generator a little bit closer, he doesn't want the clown to know and come up here and punish us. However, chlorophobia is going to be a bit of a penalty here. I'm going to come in with a balanced landing play. I am surprised he wants to sit right there. If he decided to run, I would have been able to make a play and help him out there. He got a little stuck then, and it's going to hurt him. I should be able to make this with flying colors and go for that nice pallet stun. I even delayed it a little bit to make sure I got it at the last possible second for him to move because I didn't want to mistime that one. Generator with Dwight has been done upstairs. Generator down here to the right was also completed. Therefore, I should have a gen in front of me, a gen in the back right-hand corner. Somewhere along here, there will be a little bit of action for me to do, and it was actually up the staircase, which is good. I got balanced landing if I need to utilize it, but it is currently on cooldown too. A lot of people argue that dual exhaustion perks isn't a good play, and to a degree they're right. I'd be better off with a perk that can benefit my teammates, something like borrowed time. However, having dual exhaustion means I can react to every situation available in the trial, providing I'm not currently exhausted at the given time. This means I'm going to be able to drop down if I need to. I can hear he's getting really close. Let's see what he does with that. He never actually saw me, and it looks like he did drop down. He is following me a little bit. Gonna let him see me for a second. I'm gonna play window. Let's see what he does. I'm going around. Guess what I'm doing again? Interesting play by you. I'll take sidestepping and move away from him, resetting his bloodlust. I do have access to the God window if I need to. That's gonna be adrenaline, so instead of stopping and lining up the window, I'm gonna go right through the map. I'm going to try and reset, lose him, and apply pressure elsewhere, or get to a different door. Now, these bushes are incredibly good. You can literally just drop and look down, and you're very difficult to see in some of them, like this one right here. However, I am wearing bright colors, like my hair, so I can be seen by the killer. There's also a really powerful bush around here to the right-hand side. I want to show you guys in case you are running from the killer in this situation. You can make it work, providing you've left or somebody's left scratch marks in front of you. This bush right here works like an absolute charm. The amount of times I've gone in it and I've just disappeared from the killers have been hilariously funny. We've made a couple of videos on that too, so make sure you guys do check them out as well. Now, I can hear that we've got Detective Tap being hit by the bottles. I'm going to grab this thing in front of me. It's going to give me 250 blood points as well. That can put you over the cap, therefore above 32,000, which is a cap in a trial. Looks like the clown's having a little bit of a sticky situation right now. I don't want to reveal the fact that I'm right behind him. See Detective Tap going to the right-hand side. What do I know? I'm halfway through my exhaustion, therefore in 20 seconds time I am going to be able to dead hard him if I'm injured. I got nothing over here that's going to allow me to use balanced landing, so it will be a dead hard play, hopefully provided he does not have access to Noah. Now, he does have the frosty eyes. I didn't think he was moving too fast into. Got another teammate, the Dwight, coming back in over here to the right hand side. 3 pistons on the door. Door's going to get prepped to 99. We're going to animation cancel the chest by hitting Shift W left click. Looks like the door was not 99 from tap. We still have a missing teammate. Kind of want to go back in and make sure they're okay, but it looks like my team is dipping. I can see movement over here to the right. I'm going to go 2 in case my friend does have the hatch, or the other guy does have the hatch. That being said, I will give the clown a hit if he wants to come over, but it looks like he is just going to leave and rotate through the map. It was a difficult game for the clown. There were platform gens to deal with. There were a lot of doors to open, and unfortunately, he just couldn't commit to the chases that he did. If you can't hit a survivor in generally 15 seconds, you're kind of putting yourself in a sticky situation unless you get a pallet out of it as well. That's a valuable pallet. That would be a good time for you to be able to rotate away. Playing a weaker killer like clown, time management is so vital. As opposed to Freddy, you can get a little bit greedier on your times because you can teleport across the map. That is not an actual rule. It is a bit of a guideline for people that are new to Dead by Daylight that I'm teaching time management when it comes to it, because it will either win or lose you a game. It is a rank 1 game as well, guys. As you can see, I didn't really get to loop the killer, but that is okay. I'm sure there'll be more looping in the next video. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. If you're watching this one on YouTube, make sure you do slap down that subscribe button. I do educational Survivor and Killer Dead by Daylight content all the time, and you can pop into the live streams and help me teach the beautiful new faces of the fog as well. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the fog. Alrighty guys, and welcome back in. Today we're going to be spawning in on the saloon. Now straight away I'm going to apply pressure with my teammates on the objective. There's 2 of them here, so I am actually going to leave. I'm going to go through the middle of the map. Looking at the bottom left, I can tell you we're versing Freddy Kruger. I wouldn't mind him seeing me nice and early, but he has a set vision on where he needs to go. I'm going to try and apply pressure towards this objective upstairs. He didn't even turn his head. Knowing that, he doesn't have discordance, based on the fact that he was running straight towards the other end of the map, and not where there were 2 people stacking on a generator at the beginning of the trial. So the perk discordance is very strong. It allows you to know when people are stacking on the gen, but he managed to find somebody else. He did find one of the guys that was on that objective, but he never, beeline towards it. It gives the killer a notification and the generator pulses, so it's kind of hard to miss. I'm going to work on this generator here. My teammate has instantly gone up here to the left. Did you notice Freddy hold his hand up like this? That can tell me this is already a blood pool Freddy, not a dream snare Freddy. Knowing he's a blood pool Freddy is going to make it a lot harder than versing a fake pallet Freddy. Teammate's already down. It's unfortunate. He needs to decide where he wants to go with his teleport right now. He can come to me or he can go across the board to them. Hooking him in the middle of the map, that way he gets saved sooner rather than later. What are you going to do, my friend? He's going to go to the right-hand side as opposed to the left. He's faking a teleport, and he's going to walk in and try and get a free hit here. I'm looking. What happened? Did he get a hit? Yes, he did. I got another teammate unaccounted for right now. I'm hoping they're going to be going in for the save. I see an injured person running far away over there. My teammate has 60 seconds on the hook before he hits struggle. That is good for us. Gives me time to complete the gen and run in and save. Unfortunately, she went down. I can't risk the killer having pop goes the weasel. Based on that, I'm going to be completing my generator. Killer's coming back to the hook now as well. Let's see what he does with that information. Both of them there. She can go running in for the save, or Dwight can go running in for the save. I'm going to wake up upstairs. I'm going to get my BT effect, and then I'm going to go run and save this other player. Alright, that's a lot of hook trading and not good for us. Now that I'm awake, I can hear his heartbeat rather than the lullaby. I got a little stuck on the lip there. That's bad. Alright, so he was awake too and he got his BT effect. Alright, he's going up and out through there. I'm going to go up and out through here. Now we have to make a decision. Ooh, okay. We're going to stack on the objective or we're going to heal. No, I think group healing is the right call. The generator's nowhere near done, and there's 3 of us up here right now, and Freddy can fake a teleport or take a teleport up here, so he can play as if he's on the platform already. I think full health would be the right call. Do I think 3 people stacked on the generator is the right call? No, I do not. Let's see what he does. He's coming up. Dwight, I trust Dwight to take a hit for me right now. I can't describe what happened there. But, alright, Dwight still went down from it. That is okay. 2 people in the gen. He knows we're up here. If he does have pop, he can't use it because he has ruin active. He can funnel and force us off this objective. I'm still asleep. I kind of want to wake up. Where that place to wake up is an objective for me to work on too. I'm going to trust that my full health teammate will go for the save. It's better that way rather than risking a trade with myself based on the fact I'm currently injured. I should apply pressure towards the objectives. We've only got 1 gen done. He's faking a teleport so he could come back up here again. I'm going to leave early. Let's see what happens. Going to take a hit on my teammate's back. He took the vault as well. Now, because the killer vaulted after my teammate, I'm going to greed for the gen a little bit. I hear swinging underneath me. That was really well played by him. He managed to time that flawlessly. Now he's going to have to give the killer the pallet, but I complete the generator as well. Freddy could have turned around and maybe baited a teleport to me to force me off the objective, but I am going to have enough time to be able to complete it. I see a girl crouching here. I reckon she has iron will because she's not crying in pain. Let's go for a quick heal on her if she pays attention. I'm not going to step in the blood pool. I would have stepped in the blood pool if I knew you were going to run away from me, beautiful. Alright, we'll take the heal. I don't need to be healed. I can see my teammate running to the right. I don't think Freddy's going to turn his camera. Baiting a teleport now. Or he actually is taking it. Yeah, he baited the teleport and... No, he took the teleport and he got a free pallet. Massive value for Freddy. I'm not worried about being healed. I'm okay. What I am worried about is getting rid of all this garbage so we can actually loop it. He took a hit on a player. I'm going to have to take wider pathing than I wanted here. Good. Doesn't see me. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to work on the objective. And I know I can wake up over here if I choose to or if I need to. Let's do the generator instead. These are very small loops. And it's very hard to be able to try and keep your distance between the killer. Especially one that can hinder your movement speed by 15%. Like Freddy Krueger can. Knowing he has ruin puts me in a bit of a sticky situation right now. Because I don't want to let go of the gen. He took a hit. He's going to commit to that chase. Valuing 1 hook more than a generator that's nowhere near done, I think is the right call. We really want to get this save done. That way they don't lose extra time on their health. I'd lose a little bit of work on the gen. Remember, Ruin will make a generator regress twice as quick at 0.6% per second as opposed to 0.3. 2 people in a gen is going to get it done in 47.5 seconds. So ideally, as opposed to doing it in 80 seconds myself, I am still saving 30 plus seconds based on the fact I ran over there and did a little bit of a heal and bringing them back. So time management wise, it's not a bad call. what I want to see happen now is one of two things. I want to see the totem break. It's not, you know, I don't need to find it. Or I want to see everyone hide from the killer and heal. I think that would be a really good play if we can all get full health and then we just split up and work in different areas. Now, what is the killer doing and why did the killer drop that guy? Only one reason the killer would drop that guy, and that's there's a generator nearly done underneath on the left-hand side that the killer needs to get over towards. I'm in a bad spot. I'm gonna give it to him first loop. It's a very bad loop for me. I'll set them both off while he's out of position. And may have been brutal strength. I'm in a bit of a bad spot here, guys. I think I'm in trouble because there's nothing to loop him with. I wanted to bait a dead hard, but the pallet I needed was gone and there was nothing to use. It was just complete dry terrain. No window, no nothing. And if he had brutal and he broke the pallet quicker, I was just in an awkward spot. I could have tried running around the back, but I ran towards where I actually thought the window would be. The window's on the opposite flip. I couldn't tell because I hadn't been here this side of the trial. We did get another generator done. I got another teammate working on a generator. It is my first hook. I gave him one pallet. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to have happened. I really don't. Now, there was no generator over here that was nearly done. That was a bad assumption of me making. I can see he's in chase with Uncharted, who's upstairs right now, who's coming towards me to save me. Even though he changed chase, that went really well for Freddy. He would have been building Bloodlust off Uncharted, but he didn't actually have it. Now, he didn't give me BT, so I can't exactly take a hit for him. Yet again, I got nothing really to work with here. Dead hard late so I can take the vault. He's gone left. I'm going to go right into an adrenaline play here. All my teammates have been picked up. That was greed of Freddy. If Freddy did not greed for a hit on me then he would have been able to make that work. That was really good timing on the adrenaline. We knew we had a teammate on an objective as well down here to the left, and we kind of wanted to pull the killer away. However, he's hooked in front of an exit gate, and I need to try and avoid the killer. I am awake, so I'm going to try a bush play. If I was asleep, being in a bush, I'd still glow a bright bluey color. Now, the correct idea here would be open the door or prep the door to 99, then save with BT. I have time. He's in chase with an injured target. I still think this is a good call. If he picks them up, I'll go grab them straight off hook. If he picks them up. If he comes back, I'll grab her off hook to give the borrowed time effect as well onto Dwight. That gives Dwight time to get that done. Door wasn't finished, but it was close. 8 stacks to save the best for last. Gonna hurt Dwight. I'm terribly sorry, my friend Dwight. If I was a little bit quicker, I could have made that work. If he has Blood Warden, I'm dead. Doesn't have Blood Warden. I don't think Dwight had an item. I'm not going to be able to go back in and get it either. If I played that a little bit better, I could have maybe saved Dwight. I didn't account for the killer having 8 stacks to save the best for last either in that situation when he took the hit. Unfortunately, however, though, we still managed to make it work. 3 of us will make it out alive, and that other player that he left upstairs, as we can see right now, is being woken up. So they're going to be able to hear pinpoint direction, how close the heartbeat is from Freddy. As we can see, the map looks a lot darker right now in spectator mode for some reason. They can both run straight for the door. Now remember, actually sounds like he doesn't have 8 stacks to save the best for last. You can hear the finger animation. Let's have a look again. There's a blood pool. Freddy's pretty far back. Took the flashlight click to get the killer to lunge early, rather than killers got baited out by it. Just one of those little strategies at the end. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. If you're watching this one over at YouTube, I know it wasn't the best game I've done. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. You enjoyed it. We walk away with over 100k blood points. It was actually a pretty fun game. If we look at the killer, it was a rank 5 killer. He did have save the best for last like I called. He did have brutal strength like I called. Barbecue and chili. Didn't have discordance as well, and he had ruin. Everybody walks away with a decent amount of blood points. GG's well played. Make sure you hit subscribe, guys, if you want to see more educational survivor and killer content, much like this video. It'll be a pleasure to have you guys pop into live streams where I stream DVD 5 days a week as well. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Alrighty guys, and welcome back in. Today we're going to be on Bad Hams version 2. Now this is a pretty fun map. I'm going to say it's more survivor-sided version 2 than version 1. I'd say version 1's more killer. I can see a generator all the way down there that has a teammate on it. Nice. Let's go through the exact middle of the map, try and find out who the killer is. Looking in the bottom left, there is no indicator. I can see movement behind me. We're going to be versing your girl Lisa this game. Do you hear a heartbeat? You don't. Therefore, knowing that there's no heartbeat triggered right now, we're looking at a nice, beautiful Lisa here that has monitor and abuse. Monitor and abuse may have just... Yep. Okay. Monitor and abuse can be a bit of an annoying perk to deal with, but if you know what you're dealing with, it'll be okay. She put a trap down. That's great. I'm going to take a little bit of distance, and if she chooses to chase, I'm going to go back in there, and I'm going to trigger that trap. Remember, she's spawned here. If I can keep her with me the entire game, it's going to really hurt her. Okay, on to the next one. Nope, too early, cutie. Now, she put a trap, that's why she took so long, so I'm not going to go through. I'm going to go round to the right. And I'm going to go through this one. Got her. If I took the other window, she would have been able to get a hit on me because of the trap. She took so long to follow, so what did she do? She set up another trap. We're going to keep our eye on her. Why is it good that I'm looping her? Because I know where she's placing her traps. If somebody else is looping her, then it'd be a bit different. Now, we've already done one Jenny, so the best thing I can do is look for a trap, which we can see right there, trigger them, and then play around it, right? Just be that real pain and stop her from using her ability. Remember, she's only 110% movement speed. If I can keep triggering these traps, she realizes what I'm doing right now. I'm not applying pressure towards objectives, but I'm applying constant pressure towards the killer. I think she's ready for another teleport real quick. Let's see if she is. And she knows not to come for it. She took a hit on somebody else. And let's just go back in and apply pressure elsewhere. We got one generator done, one player hit. I gave her no pallets, and I'm going to apply pressure towards another objective. We should be looking at another generator popping real soon. This is the issue with the hag, and why I don't give her a high ranking. All comes down to the fact that people can counter you, and all it takes is one person. If she chooses to chase me the whole board, I know she can place 10 traps. I know there are more than 10 loops on this map. There she goes to the right-hand side. Remember, she's got monitor and abuse. She didn't trap under the hook either. Hope you're paying attention, my friend. Let's see if he runs away from that. I'm going to trigger this. No, I'm not, because she's coming in for me. I'm going to just keep running to the right here and watch her. She's got monitor and abuse. Remember, that small heartbeat. We're just going to... She scared me. All right, where to, beautiful? That is a long wall. She scared me, chat. She's off following, so she either heard the gen or... I don't know what happened there. A little bit of a jump scare versus the hag then. Alright, I was pretty sure she hadn't been over here this entire time. I'm going to grab this. We got another 2 generators done. I took a hit and gave her nothing for it though. I'm going to trigger this trap. Nope, she's a little slow in it. I'm going to run around this. She was ready for it, but she just was a tiny bit slow on the trigger finger. Got another generator downstairs. That was a bad dead hard for me, but I can still make it work. Didn't want to give it to her, but I mistimed my dead hard because I thought she'd lunge early on it, but she didn't. Let's see what she decides to do. Putting in another trap down, just gonna wait right out of range of her. Kinda want to make sure there's nothing over here. There is. Okay, that's bad. There she goes. I want to untrigger this trap. Alright, think of the time she's wasting over here right now. She's putting another trap down. I'm getting no work done through objectives. I don't know if she looked at me then. I think she's ready for it. She lost another generator. I'm the only one injured. Oh my god, I didn't know there was one there. Can still make the window against her. I know she's got a trap behind me, and you want to know something? I will give you this, because this, ladies and gentlemen, allows me to take this. There's no basement here, and this is the end of the game, my dear. There's one generator left. Rather than constantly looping, I'm just gonna give her the pallets nice and early. I have time. I've got one generator left, and I'm taking her to a corner of the map. Gonna play this safe, get to a corner, get my dead hard back, and then I'll make a play. Remember, Modern Abuse means she has a 16 meter tear radius, and she can teleport 40 meters as a hag with no add-ons. So what do we know? We know we got Iron Will. We know we're getting Dead Hard back. We know we got one teammate who just broke a totem. Therefore, it could have been Devour Hope. Could have been Ruin. I haven't worked on any objective this game. My Dead Hard is back in action. Back in play. I know she put a trap down here on the right-hand side. That's my adrenaline taking effect. Now, the issue here with the hag is I kept so much pressure on her coming back, triggering her traps that it really hurt her. She got one hit, she got one hook on another guy. I was starting to give her free pallets towards the end of the game because there was only one generator left and I had 3 healthy teammates, so I figured adrenaline was coming really soon. I also know she doesn't have NOED, which is nice. I also know that the basement is all the way on the left-hand side of the map, not near the shack. So we can maybe make a play and work around this. I didn't see where the other door was. Looks like she actually played a Mori, ladies and gentlemen. So I managed to pull off a counter against a Mori on the hag. I didn't even notice she played that. Unfortunately, our teammate is going to be dying there, and it looks like everyone else is going to be getting out. So she did one hook that entire game as the hag. It just goes to show you why I don't put the hag towards the top of the food chain. If I had a flashlight, I could have countered her even more. But with nothing, you can still work around it. Dead hard if I need to recover from a mistake. Constantly triggering her traps, entwining jungle gyms together, and remembering where her traps have been placed prior. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. If you're watching this one on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. This is an educational survivor tutorial on how to loop the hag and keep the pressure on her at all times. Anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video. Thank you all for watching, and see you in the fog. Alrighty guys, and welcome back in. Today we're going to be spawning in on the Disturbed Warp. Now this will be an informative game. I have got 3 people in my skiff, including myself, and there is 1 solo queue. Listening to how high that rev is on the chainsaw, we already know we're versing a hillbilly. The question is, where is he? What direction is he coming from? This map, generator placement can be in a circle, even though they can extend a little bit further out. So the generator I'm working on right now is not the best call, knowing the fact that the killer has an instant down, potentially. That being said, it is a 2.2 second chainsaw rev. He can run an add-on as well, called the speed limiter, which means his instant down will no longer be an instant down. I see movement over here to the right, broke through the pallet really quick. I couldn't tell how long he, I couldn't tell how long he revved that. Got a teammate on the gen, 2 people on 1 objective. It's going to take 47.5 seconds to do. I think we're doing a really good gen. Where do you think we should go next? Now, instantly I can tell you, looking over there to my right-hand side, that jungle gym has a window past it and through based on where the pallet was. That is a pretty bad jungle gym to have to deal with, and based on the fact there's no pallet there, where should I go after this generator is done? Realistically, my teammate should go and do this. I don't want him to come over with barbecue and chili, so I'm gonna sidestep here. This jungle gym you're looking at now is a replica of the jungle gym over there, so I made the right call here. Good, got him to shoot. Missed position a little bit. I'm still in a really awkward spot right now. I do not want to loop the killer at this. I need to make a decision between an M1 and giving him a pallet. What's he going to do? Is he coming through? No, he's not. Alright. We maximum utilized the window. We got 1 more attempt. Never mind. I'm going to medium vault it this time. He hasn't seen me medium vault the window once. I'm going to slow vault it, actually. Oh, it made a loud seal sound, which is bad. I know over here I don't have much to loop him with, but I did reset his Bloodlust, and here's that side window I told. Based on the fact I could tell where the pallet was, I could tell the entire jungle gym. I can save it with BT. I didn't make a decision here. He's nowhere nearby. If he was, I would have dropped the pallet and then saved, because she is solo queue. I don't think she's running away for the BT. What do we got over here? We got the exact same jungle gym again. This is really bad. I got the same jungle gym 3 times. Now, we can see he's glowing a little bit, which does help us out. I'm going to come back around here and try and finish the gen. Realistically, this generator's responsibility is reserved for the Jane, because the Jane used the only thing to loop here with, the pallet. You do have the window, but the fact that we're versing an instant down killer can make this loop really difficult to try and outplay. That being said, I'm here now. I'll get the generator done. I've had 2 teammates which are unaccounted for. 1 did an objective, or they both stacked on a Jenny. That means there's 1 person who's most likely been Maya for quite a little bit of time right now. I did get the save. For all I know, they were coming in for the save too. I don't have Kindred, as you can see in the bottom right-hand side. I swapped out Kindred for Iron Will. based on the fact that versing a spirit, I find Iron would be more beneficial, even if she does have Strider under the right circumstances. Now, pumping through the gen is going to be good. The thing we got to be worried about is we don't know if our teammate here has Decisive Strike, and we're about to find out if she has 1 minute of immortality. There's your 1 minute of immortality. You can see by the obsession changing in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, that means that the killer was stunned for 4 seconds through a perk that gives you 1 minute of immortality, called Decisive Strike. Now, unfortunately, the girl stunned him, and she wasn't able to run away far enough. He doesn't recover from Enduring Enhancement, so I don't know what she did with the 4 seconds. She might have waited, she might have got stuck, and then ran up the staircase. We're not sure. Alternatively, the play for her there was to take the side vault medium window downstairs, which I can actually show you at the end of this generator. Knowing these jungle gyms are important. Now, I know a lot of killer mains don't like playing this map. Me, personally, I love playing this map, as long as you know when to value certain chases. Like, for example, yes, he caught her 3 times then, including with Decisive Strike, right? This is the side window I was talking about that she could have taken. She could have just taken the stun, gone through, and even if she didn't know what she was doing, she saw the crow fly away, she could have went all the way around here, paid attention for his height. Hillbilly's very tall. You can see through there if a length's coming too, and then rotate around. I'm in a really good spot right now where he can't do anything to me. Let's find out what he decides to do. Remember, I'm going to go for that because Adrenaline's popped, and this might be the only window I get to come in and try and save. I do want to loop the center if I do get an opportunity to. Like I said, you can run this. Something important to note is that side window you can see through. I don't want to get hit by a saw here, guys. Just give me 1 moment. Let's see what he does with that information. He's just going all the way around. He looks like he's running pretty quick too. He might actually have Doom Engravings. So this side window, I can see all the way through here that I'm pointing at. This window has a 50% chance to be open. And if this window is open, this pallet is generally on the opposite side, which is over there, not generally here. Not always that case, but it does happen. So if this window opened, you run your loop a little bit different. This window is guaranteed to be open because the other window is not open. This window being open is the better of the two, because if the killer is, if you're looping from this direction I'm waving at, and you run through that window, the killer can actually come up and drop straight down onto you with no penalty. The killer doesn't get a stagger penalty as well, so keep these kind of things in mind. I don't have Dead Hard. I don't think I'm going to get an opportunity to use Dead Hard. I don't know where the doors are, but I will search the chest, and then we're going to try and make a play for it. I'm going to take the assumption that the Billy is going to chainsaw from door to door. I've been turned around a little bit in the map. I could have been more focused on going for the escape, but I was more focused on providing a little bit more information for you guys throughout these trials, especially if I haven't been chased by the killer. I can see a door all the way down there, and it appears that door is completely closed. I do not want to go for a closed door. I want to go for a door that is already open. So I'm going to be a bit of a peeping Tom up here. Have a bit of a look and see if I can see anything. I think he saw me then. Chainsaw didn't stop. Alright, so we have a door over there and a door over there. Alright, we know where both our doors are. They're in a bit of an open area. I could be spotted here and he could cut me off before the door. I don't have a lot of time left. You see he's chainsawing for the wrong door right now, which is good. It gives me a window. He had a bit of collision. I might squeeze a couple extra blood points here. I don't have any boldness. And we're going to just walk out through there. So what I had to do then was I had to play safe, cool, calm, and collected, find both door locations, not greed for one door. Hatch was always an option as well, but just paying attention to everything that happened. I was the last one in the trial, so I had to be smart. The Billy was going between door to door. He should have been playing closer to the door that was open and then rotating back on a slower rate rather than constantly based on the fact that it'll take over 20 seconds to open a door, unless I had wake up. That being said, guys, GG's well played. If you're watching this one over at YouTube, I do educational, informative, Dead by Daylight, Survivor, and Killer content over at Twitch. If you guys want to pop in, I do it 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. It's a pleasure to have you beautiful people of the fog here. And if you think you know everything about DVD, you can help me teach the people that don't know everything about the game. Anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video, and thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Cheers, guys. Hey guys, and welcome back in. Today we're going to be spawning in on the Temple of Purgation, and I am in a 4-man pre-made just before anyone in the audience actually wants to know. This also being said, I'm not the obsession. I spawned in the middle of the map. I look to my left and I can see another generator a little bit further down too. We're versing a spirit. I'm going to have to be able to rotate and take pressure away straight away, even though nothing's been started. I'm at a bad jungle gym to try and loop a spirit out. I'm going to have to This is very bad. Alright, she tried a little phase, but I managed to make decent distance. Gonna wait for her to activate it again. Like that. Run. Alright, we heard her. She played that really well. She phased forever as well. Sidestep at the last second. Alright, try and take distance between the two of us again, so she thinks I looped that jungle gym. She sees me as well. It depends on how much movement speed add-on she has and how much recovery. I'm not crying, which is good. But what do we know about this killer? The second she stopped seeing scratches, she let go of her phase, which is the correct player's spirit. You don't want to over-phase. Now, what else do we know about her spirit? She takes 2.5 seconds to activate her ability with no add-ons, being the hair brooch, etc. She also takes 176% movement speed while phasing with no add-ons, and she can also phase for approximately... It's probably Horner Ground. I'm not going to break that because that could turn around and hurt my team. Knowing that nobody else is injured, and she does have Ruin, but that there could be catastrophic for my team's failure or success. I can see I've got a Halo behind me too. I'm not going to get that either. I'm going to be playing more tactical and trying to lose chase this game as opposed to trying to loot the killer. So back to the activation time. 2.5 seconds activation time, 176% movement speed, and about 3.5-4 seconds of being able to activate her ability with about a 12-second downtime. These are the basic statistics of the Spirit. So if you see her do a long phase, you know she's not going to be able to do it again for about another 12 seconds, right? You can play around that if she tries to make mind game baits for you. Just pretend you're counting up Bloodlust, and you can use that to your advantage. Now, I knew when she phased over and hit me, she used a lot of phase. So I left my scratch marks running to a jungle gym, waited on the corner to see if she'd sidestep. She sidestepped, and then I sidestepped as well. She wasn't going to make a play until she had her phase back. She couldn't chase me even though she saw me in the distance. Why? Because she used all of her phase to get that first initial hit on me. So I used that against her. Now, I am not crying in pain with the perk called Iron Will, therefore the Spirit does not have Strider. Strider is one of the best in-slot perks on a Spirit, especially if you're choosing to use double movement speed. I hope he does not break that totem. Don't break it, buddy. Don't break it. Alright, we'll take the heal from him. I'm going to go apply pressure elsewhere. I'm really hoping my teammate doesn't run over and break that totem, because if it is Horner Ground, it could really hurt the team. Keeping in mind there are 3 gens left. The killer has currently done no hooks. Like I said earlier, when it comes down to it, I don't want to loop this one. I want to lose her. I wouldn't break that, my friend. I think that's pretty bad for the team. But as the good old saying goes, if it glows, it goes. Alright, so I don't really want to pick this up, but I might as well get some kind of blood points. I shouldn't have pointed it out. Alright, now will it be Horner Ground or will it be Ruin? It was Ruin, so I had no reason not to break that. That being said, that could have been a really catastrophic risk. Does Ruin really matter if I'm always working on a generator? The answer behind that is no, it doesn't. If I'm applying... That was lag, I'm not that bad. Alright, if I'm applying pressure towards the generator and I don't let go, Ruin has no consequences for it. When I let go, the generator will regress 100% quicker at tier 3 as Ruin. Therefore, it'll regress at 0.6% per second, as opposed to 0.3. Heard a long phase and I saw an injured teammate to my left. We're going to go right back onto the generator. Keeping in mind, underneath, we also have another objective that we need to work on. There's probably one past the shack as well. The good news is that she's hurt one player, and she did a phase then. It was a semi-decent phase. It wasn't the entire 4.5 or 3.5 seconds, so it was a decent amount of time. However, we've got people that are unaccounted for that are most likely applying pressure towards an objective, much like I am myself. The killer really needs to value chase. Now, when I talk about valuing chase, generally if you can't hit a survivor or get a pallet in 15 seconds, you've pretty much made a mistake. Now, this rule can be bended a little bit, only based on the killer you're currently playing. If you're playing somebody like Freddy, you should be able to catch a pallet in much quicker than 15 seconds. If you're playing somebody like a Plague, you might need a little longer than 15 seconds. Remember, at the 15-second mark, you will have Bloodlust. Therefore, that gives you the indicator of how long you've currently been chasing. And a generator like this will take 80 seconds to do myself. Another thing to note about a generator is a generator has pistons, which are the thing at the top of the generator. Each piston approximately represents 22% of what is completed on the generator. Because she committed to one chase this game, let's be honest, I lost her and I managed to make distance between her, and then I lost her again. She committed to one chase that wasn't me there, and she lost all of her objectives. You cannot overcommit to these kind of situations as a killer, especially if you're going to be playing a killer that moves at 110% movement speed. Now, she does move a little faster. There you go. Needed to make sure I heard her running. When the Spirit's phasing, she makes a lot of noise when she stomps. Alright, he's been forced off the door, and I guess he went to the left, and there's going to be no Ed. So just like that, she gets no catches the entire game, and because of No One Escapes Death, one of the strongest perks in Dead by Daylight, if not the strongest killer perk in Dead by Daylight, she can now have access to instant down multiple survivors with no repercussions. This being said, I'm going to go under the assumption she has Ruin, she has No Ed, she has Barbecue and Chili, and, well, I'm going to assume Pop, even though she never caught anyone. but we're not sure. Both doors are pipped, ready to go. I'm just checking for a totem now. It is a pretty big map, and I know totems can spawn underneath, and generally people check underneath at the end. No point in me waiting for Dead Heart. She's gonna one-hit down me. I have a good feeling she's either gonna be playing close towards the hook, or she's gonna be looking to try and proxy both her totem and the hook. Hence, she chose that hook in particular. Alright, let's have a bit of a look here. It can be behind these walls. You can see I have access to the chest, which has already been searched. Not gonna pass up on an event item. Making sure we're not missing our know it. It cannot spawn in that room, because that room is not open until that generator is completed. No totem can spawn in an area you cannot make it to. And there goes his know it. Teammate has already been saved. Doors are all prepped. I get an item. Everybody walks away with a smile. We're going to go out here. We're going to see if we can take a hit. Keeping in mind, here's the obsession. The killer has not hit him yet. He's going to be able to make it all the way to the end. I've got the hatch here. Not going to need it. Going to try and squeeze a couple more blood points out of this, might be a bit risky. It might get grabbed here. I'm not going to do it. I got an event item. It's better off to just... There you go. Alright, cool. So she went for a little cheeky phase hit. And she might try another one now. Nope, we're out. Cool. So that's another little thing you can do with a killer, is when they go to lunge, just walk into them and then walk out. Because if they miss, then they got to hit again, and it takes even more time, so you can cover more distance. Obviously, don't try it more than once. Depends on the situation. But that's going to be an informative, educational rank 1 game against the Spirit. As you can see, split pressure is important, as long as the same time as a killer overcommitting to a chase can result in your demise. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. If you're watching this one over at YouTube, make sure you hit that follow button or that subscribe button. I do informative, educational, Dead by Daylight content over here at Twitch, and I do it 5 days a week. If you guys want to pop into the live streams and help me teach the new people, or if you think know everything about the game, you can also help me teach the new people. Anyways, guys, GG's well played, and I'll see you in the fog. Alrighty guys, and welcome back in. Today we're going to be doing an informative survivor game on Rotten Fields. Now straight away I can tell you I didn't wear my camo this game, so I'm going to be able to be seen through the corn quite far away. I can tell you that there, ladies and gentlemen, is a ghost face looking the other way. In fact, or it's a pig jigsaw box, or it's a very tall dude. It's something. You see it, mate? Do you want to investigate, pal? I'll spectate. No, okay. We're gonna go find out. I think it's a pig box, right? It's a pig box. We couldn't tell. I thought it might have been the Ghostface skin where he, the original Ghostface. What do we know? We know we're versing a pig. We know we've already got somebody on this objective. It's going to be hard for her to crouch walk through the map and apply the pressure she needs to the objectives. I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to try to apply pressure elsewhere. I know she can come and get me here. I'm not going to worry about grabbing the halo. I've got it quite a few times. I will pick it up if I pass by it later on in the trial. However, I don't want anything else to help her see me in the open. Notice how she's not using crouch. That's probably based on the fact that she needs to get around the board quickly. She might have crouched and then went in for a play over in that general direction, but I'm not sure. I'm going to apply pressure towards this objective. What do I know? Where can I take the killer to loot? I can't. Therefore, this is the kind of area where I result in doing a 360 to the killer. Like I said, a 360 is a bit of a last resort, and because I can't make anything, that is what I'll be looking at playing here. Dwight picked it up. Now we've got a Tinkerbell Dwight. Looking around, no information. You see that crow despawn just there? That told me something's over there. And somebody looping the shack. Therefore, we know that the person over there is the other gentleman who's going to be Adam. So we know where everybody is right now. That's a hit in the back. Oh! Wow, well played. She should have chased me because I mispositioned away from that. The person she chased actually made good pathing. That is a situation where the killer tries to hit the closest target and overcommitted to the chase. I was a free hit there because I mispositioned myself. I took spacing to another jungle gym I would not have made in time. That being said, let's see how it goes. Dwight hasn't taken a hit in the back. One person is hurt. That generator is completed. We knew someone was over there based on the information provided by the crow. These things you got to pay attention to when you're actually playing killer as well as survivor. They'll make you a much better killer when it comes to tracking. Crows are on every map. So this being said, working on the generator roughly near the middle of the map. Ready to sidestep away at any means. Pallet is still up, and that's a good loop available too. How does Dwight react to this? Pig went for a double step. She's got Bloodlust. He can make the window one more time. Looks like he took a hit trying to make a window bait there, ladies and gentlemen, but he most likely did not use the God Pallet, therefore preserving it and helping us for the mid to the late game. She hasn't put out any free party hats. Only one gen's been completed. Here's a second. Adam's accounted for. Everybody's full health. The correct play right now would be divide and conquer and scatter. However, we're going to run as a squad because that's what survivors do, right? Okay. Working on this, we're going to get information provided through Kindred. Now, I'm not running my normal Iron Will build, as you guys know, but that's going to tell me what is happening. That guy didn't get a free party hat. Now he's getting a free party hat. Remember, when the killer drops like that, that adds 1/4 of the bar already wiggled for the survivor. So if the other two guys run out in front and take a hit, that would actually be really good right now. So what do we know? We got one guy working on a gen across the board. Where's the pig going? Is she coming over here? Well, I think you already know the answer. I'm going to let her see me here. Looks like she didn't see. Going through the chest. He's going to get a hit in the back. She didn't notice. Going to take the pop. Generator was nowhere near completed. Let's get back to it. He shouldn't go for the trade save right now, because that's... Oh, no, he's got a bit of a window. He's going to take a hit in the back. Is going to apply split pressure from the killer. Do have Adam working an objective throughout the map. I'm working on an objective in the map too. Remember, this killer moves at 115% movement speed, so she's quite slow when it comes to getting around the board. So we can punish her for that. Oh, wow. That was an ambitious move. I don't think I can follow up here quick enough. I'm going to have to medium vault. She dashed across, well played. I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to... Oops, she fell, so we're going to go all the way around and hope that she doesn't cut me off right here. We did the triple vault. I think it confused her. She is still following. I have a better loop over here. I know this because I spawned near her, and I can play around it. She's entered Bloodlust. 15 seconds from now, she's going to be fast. I'm going to run one loop on this. I'm going to vault the window, and then we'll see where we go. She is very fast. I might be taking a hit in the back here. Hope not. Going for an ambush, so I'm going to go for even further away pathing. That way, when she tries to ambush and hit in between the pallet, I'm not there. Now, she might know where I am. My scratch marks last 10 seconds. She doesn't see anything. She has to make a decision. Do I look, do I hunt, or do I apply pressure throughout the objectives in the board? She thinks she's lost me. She technically has. Therefore, I'm going to be waiting here. I took the further away side of the jungle gym based on I had no information from the killer. And rather than wait between the pallet and look and go, which way is she going? I took spacing. That way, I felt comfortable where I was, and we could play around it. Unfortunately, Uncharted has greeted for a generator on that side of the board that was nearly done, and we know the killer has Pop Goes the Weasel, so we already know what's about to happen right now. Yep. She's going to come over, she's going to slap it with Pop. I don't want to leave scratches on the harvester as they go all the way up the wall. Now that she got it with Pop, I'm going to slam this toolbox right in here. Noting that she isn't crouching, she's going to be glowing pink. So I know everything that is happening right now. I know no one's working on a gen. I know one's injured. I know Adam's looking for the save as well. I also know my objective has been completed. I'm going to come in for that cheeky BT. Borrowed time on my teammate on the hook. Generator 99. Easy quick tap on the gen. And every man for himself. We run. He takes a hit from BT because she was within range. He gets more spacing and distance. He has a make it to heal. I got the objective done. Now, the biggest issue is we're leaning towards a 3-gen by completing all these gens on one side of the board. I have an injured teammate as well. I should be paying attention to what jungle gyms are the correct ones to try and play around. I don't know what pallets people have used, and that can actually hurt me. It appears she's chasing him when she should be over here. Not going to vault the window into her loving embrace. That is an injured teammate. I'm going to make sure I get in the way and go for a bit of a body block there. Not going to play around it, or pallet's already gone. Don't know where she is. That's a moment of hesitation because I know I got a dead zone to my right. My only play is to the vault. Going to go for the heal on my ally. That way at least he can take a hit for me if I require him to. He should take that as I'm further back. Somebody's already on the gen. Oh, no, we've got to be careful. There you go. That's an adrenaline play. Let's sidestep that hit. All right, we're going to have to bait the window here or take it. Looks like she's moving. She's still following. Or got a little stuck on the hook, but it's going to be okay. Take the medium. I'm going to take the fast. And then I'm going to go round one more time. She looks quick, ladies and gentlemen. I waited, but she might have nowhere here. No, she doesn't. Good. Right back to the middle of the map. We'll take the window. Let's see what happens from here. Yeah? Let's look to our left. Pallet is available. Noted. I will give it to her first attempt. Won't make an ambitious play here. If she's going to misposition herself like that, that is good. I'm going to run around and I'm going to take this window over here that I saw. I'm going to adjust my playstyle to what has happened. We can hear the heartbeat. We can also hear the door. I will be able to make the door in time as long as he opens it. There you go. And I can get out smooth sailing without having to worry about the killer because I heard the three piston alarm I know there's about another 2.5, 3 seconds for the door is open. How far away is she from me? Is she in chase? So she's not building Bloodlust. She is building Bloodlust. I managed to reset Bloodlust around the shack, and I took an early hit as well. I was going to use the shack if I needed to, but I didn't. I saw an opportunity where the killer made a mistake, missed position, and I dipped towards the door. I saw a better jungle gym, which I actually went for. Then when I heard the door, I adjusted the pathing in accordance with that. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. This has been an informative, educational rank 1 survivor game to understand movement throughout the map. It was a hard game for the pig, but I think everyone walks away with that game maybe learning a little bit. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. Make sure you hit that follow button. I do educational, or the subscribe button. I do educational survivor Dead by Daylight content, as well as educational, informative Dead by Daylight killer content over at Twitch if you guys want to tune into the live streams. We can see it was a rank 3 game. Anyways, went well. GG's, guys. Make sure you hit that sub button, and I will see you in the fog in the next video. Alrighty, guys, and welcome back in. We're going to be spawning in a game of Sheltered Woods, and it looks like we have a helper behind us, which is always exciting. Now, what do we know? We're in the middle of the map. We can see another teammate to the left. This is a great generator to get done. Look at it. Middle of the open. If reversing a killer with an instant down could be a little harder. However, this is also a great area. Gives us field of view. As long as we're turning our mouse and we're constantly looking around, the information we're going to get is going to be grand. So what do we know right now? We've got one totem broken. We've got a girl who seems to be ecstatic, which is fantastic, coming over to help with the gen. 3 people on a gen is going to get this done at a phenomenal speed. We've got one teammate who's Maya. That teammate who's Maya is also the Obsession. Therefore, looking in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, I would know if the killer is currently chasing that person. Therefore, I know the killer is not in chase with them. Therefore, the killer is Maya, missing in action. They went that way, so what should I do? I should break away from the squad and apply pressure elsewhere. This is where my other teammate was. Looks like we got a rainbow map. That's why I can see the auras of those objectives. Another way to see auras would be a perk called Detective's Hunch, which is a teachable unlocked on by Detective Tab at level 40, which I do not have. It would appear 2 generators down and still no information of who the killer is. They really got to get a little bit of a move on. If I was going to take a guess based on what I've seen no bear traps, I think the killer could quite possibly be Lisa, ladies and gentlemen. If you're wondering who Lisa is, that is the hag. The hag can also place traps on the ground and teleport anywhere within 40 meters after the hag has triggered a trap. Now, somebody did take a hit. It is Thanatophobia. I might be thinking it might be a Ghostface now. I'm not 100% sure. I've had no information provided throughout the entire trial. If it was a hag, I think I would have heard a trap trigger and then a hit. Still no more information. 2 more people on another gen. This is where gen rushing comes in as a thing, right? We are applying pressure towards objectives, but the killer has been missing for over 2 minutes now, 2.5 minutes. I thought I heard a heartbeat then. We have no information, so they really need to decide, do I want to commit to chasing one person, or should I apply pressure elsewhere? It is going to be a spirit. We can hear her. We're going to go back through that. Looks like she's going to be committing to that chase a little longer than she should. Now, why didn't we know it was a spirit earlier? I believe the answer behind that would be she was walking everywhere at the start of the trial, which would mean she had 110% movement speed, as opposed to applying her ability, which would have given her a 2.5 second activation time with no add-ons at 176% movement speed for an additional 3.5 or 4 seconds duration. Therefore, we would have known if she came through the board, we would have heard the phasing. But she did neither of those things, so we did not know. You can see she's currently tunneling a lot on my teammate, and he came from this direction. I'm hoping we might have actually... No, we do not have a gen here. Looks like we actually really picked up a helper. She really wants to walk around with us. This is great. I love having teammates. Alright, let's work through this. This will leave 1 generator left. It is a bit of a gen rush, but it could have been worse if we were all working on different generators and applying pressure in different places throughout the board. We're not. We're grouping up, and we're stacking, and we're missing skill checks, so that is okay. Thank you for looking at me as if I have the blame for that. Alright, Thanatophobia, she only has 1 stack. It was tier 2 Thanatophobia, not tier 3. Tier 2 gives a 3% penalty and diminishing returns with multiple people. If you're stacking on gens, you all get the penalty of 3%. However, if you're all working on a gen, the penalty gets less and less, as you obviously know. If you're working on a gen yourself, the 3% still isn't a lot. 3% of an 80-second generator is near nothing. You're looking at, what, 2.4 seconds? But if you're missing... Yeah. I was gonna leave, I was gonna go, but that's okay. Let's try again. Alright, generators do get regressed a giant chunk. That is a prime example. By watching the bar, you would be able to see how much it chunked back if you miss a skill check. Now, unfortunately, the killer did catch up to the teammate and catch them. Was the first time they are going to be hooked. As long as I can protect them from the basement, we're living the dream. That's good. One went through. One's coming into the right. I don't want to leave scratch marks and farm this guy. I'm going to go the opposite way to her on Kindred. I do have borrowed time. I think he's going to be okay. There she comes back. Cool, let's see what she does. Oh, you're going to chase me. Okay, so good. She might be looking for a Pop Goes the Weasel play. No respect on a pallet, but a little stuck then. We're going to have to sidestep. And because we sidestepped, we threw her off. Let's use this rock now. Oh, bugger. Good play by her. Bad play by me. She's going to have Bloodlust. They're going to have to give it to her right now. A little bit far away on that. We're going to block her line of sight. See what she does. She broke it. We're going to also utilize a shack if it is available. Remembering line of sight is my strongest weapon against her. There she goes. Alright, can hear her stomping around. I'm going to give her the God because there's one generator left. I 100% agree with that hit. I pushed spacebar a little later than I should have, but I think that was a tiny bit generous. She's out of phase. Gonna just keep sidestepping, see what's left on the table. She feels really fast. Gonna have to dead hard through that. Hi, cutie. You want to take a hit? That's okay. I was gonna utilize the jungle gyms I have available here. Bit of a follower as well, which is good. Don't hear her phasing, so I think she phased far away. Oh, she saw that? And this is bad. I should have adrenaline kicking in real soon. Don't like camping pallets, but that's one of the situations where it was a good call to wait at the pallet. I got another one on my right here. I know she's got her ability ready to rock and roll. That's adrenaline. That's good. The sidestep. Oh, I'm going right back around to that because that was actually a really good call on whoever completed that generator. Looks like he's injured. He's going to have to run past. He needs to keep running right now while I apply pressure to the door and I use the pallet that he's looking at right now. Alright, I will be able to come back in and go for a save on him. I didn't do too good with my loops then. He knew he had a double window a little bit further to the right, but he tried to go to the left-hand side. I couldn't hear my teammate crying, so I don't think the Spirit has Strider. I'm not running Iron Wall right now, as you know. Now, the best play for the Spirit is get that guy in the basement because the trial is now over, and it's taken a while to hook him, but couldn't get him to the basement in time. Knowing that she is not glowing pink tells me that she is not waiting under the hook. That's a pretty cool counter that the Spirit has through a perk called Kindred. So I know she's nowhere nearby. I can come in. My teammate has gone down through Rancor, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a Mori all the way over there. And unfortunately, that is just the power of Rancor. At the end of the trial, it allows you to hit a survivor once and then execute them on their location without having to worry about any form of penalty. That being said, I think now would be a grand time to pick up a rainbow map. Thank you so much, my friend. Alright, now would be a grand time to actually leave, escape the trial. I will give her a heal if that's what she's so inclined wants. If she wants to leave, we'll let her leave first. Second I hear the heartbeat, probably gonna just leave. Gonna just leave. Gonna move into her and then sidestep out. Oh, she didn't even mind. She has to be careful. He needs to let me heal and not push the shift key because she can't pick up. She has to hit me, and when she hits me, he crawls. It's a little trick you've got. So the killer can't pick up the slug. Remember, if she hits me, now we both get to crawl. If my teammate panicked and pressed any key on the keyboard, in that situation, the killer can pick him up. But you can't pick up a survivor that is being healed. Therefore, the killer had to attack me and hit me twice. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. If you're watching this informative Survivor content, I hope you enjoyed it. That is a little bit of a heal tech there for you. If you want to learn more educational Survivor and killer content much like this, make sure you tune in to the live streams. I do stream Dead by Daylight 5 days a week over here at Twitch. And you guys, if you think you know everything about the game, you can help me teach people that don't. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to slap that subscribe button, and I will see you in the fog in the trial next time. Thank you all. Alrighty guys, and welcome back in. Today we're going to be spawning in on the saloon. Let's see how we're looking. It's going to be a good one. Alright, we're going to jump straight onto the chest. We got a Dwight who's going to give me leader. It's going to allow me to get through a lot of the objective quicker. There we go, done. Searching the chest. Got a brown toolbox. It's not great. We can also hear a heartbeat from a killer. I don't know who it is. Looking to our left, it is a ghostface with corrupt intervention. Working on a platform gen isn't a bad idea. Just got to be mindful, this is probably not the good one to work on. The one in the saloon would be much safer than what I'm going here. Checking for the totem. No totem there either. Good. Alright. I feel I'm sitting in the safest spot I could be. Seeing my teammate react up top looking. There you go. Found Ghostface. Broke him out of his ability. Very awkward, drop down, that one. Looks like he didn't find me. We're going to break this totem underneath here. We're going to go back up to our gen. We're not missing out on too much. The gen was nearly not even started. We can see in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, nobody is an obsession. Therefore, the killer doesn't have things like Save the Best for Last, Dark Devotion, nor do we have things like Decisive Strike. Heard the heartbeat. Just want to double check before I run back up. Looks like we're okay here right now. Going to continue to work on this spot. Last thing I want is him to come over here and get a hit on me. He's up top. Alright, we know where the killer currently is. Now, his generator will probably be a little bit closer to being done than mine, but still miles away. If the killer's trying to protect these platform gens, that is really good for us. I'm going to hit crouch so he comes all the way up. There you go. I don't think he'll walk back down the stairs. No, he didn't. Boop. I'm gonna do it again! Oh, this is great. It's not a loop, guys. Guys, it's really not a loop. Alright, he went over there. I think he panicked when I vaulted that. We can see Tinkerbell over there. Oh, I see you coming up. I do not know why he's running this, man. It is not a loop. Like I said, it is not a loop. I got nothing here to loop him with either. I'll take a hit in the back. He really mispositioned himself. This is not a loop either. Alright. Brutal strength by sounds of things. We'll go back up here. We got one generator done, which is good. I don't really think I should have got that stun. I think he should have been able to play around that. Still gonna play to the side vault. Alright, we managed to spin it. Oh, well done. You got a hit there. Yeah. I could have given him the pallet early and tried to play safe, but where's a little bit of a risk here, guys? Alright, somebody back on the gen. I'm going back up again. I'm not going to vault it again, though. I'll bait it next time. Okay. Where's he going? There he is. Okay. These jungle gyms are really bad for a killer that runs through them. For a killer that respects a pallet, he can get some crazy hits here. Like, all this guy needs to do is just do the tiniest little moonwalk and he'll get a hit on my teammate here. If he lunges early. He moonwalked and then he went forward, so I don't understand the strategy there. He should have moonwalked and then twisted his camera and swung. I've almost got the objective done. It would be really good to get completed. I'm doing it. He thinks he has a spear, not a knife. Alright. Oh, I got Saboteur on. I forgot. Alright, he's dreaming. I'm going to sidestep here. I'm going to come over here, try and take a little bit of, you know, looping the jungle gyms together to confuse him, and that's exactly what happened. A little bit of unique pathing there while he was thinking I was going to run the same way I ran originally. I sidestepped, and I took distancing between the killer and I reset his bloodlust that he would have been building. I'm letting him see me here. It's better that way, and then I'll take him, try and snap him out of it. Cool. Alright, that's max for... He can't... Oh, he can come through. I didn't realize there was an opening there. Kind of caught me off guard there. I won't make this, I don't think. Woo! Nailed it. He lunged late. Sidestep. Gonna wait. Alright, he's dreaming. See what he decides to do. Oh, he stepped the window. I missed position. I gotta give him something early. He's gonna have Bloodlust, remember, so he's gonna have a big lunge. I'm not gonna go far. I'll play Shack after he breaks it. Alright. There's two people on that. They broke him out of his... No, they didn't break him out of his ability. They just activated it. I'm gonna jump straight on that gen. I don't need him a lot of spacing between him. It's a very open map, and because he doesn't have the movement speed, somebody else is gonna play the Shack now too. I can work with it. Alright, I do still have the toolbox left. That guy gave the God Pallet pretty early, which is unfortunate, but there's one objective left, so it's not going to hurt us too much. Killer's got a lot of focus vision here, and it is going to hurt him a little bit towards the end of this trial. One gen left, two people unaccounted for. He knows where he knows that somebody's on this objective. He doesn't know where the other guy is, who just took a hit in the back. Oh, corrupt intervention as well. Well done. Alright. Can't complete the gen at this very moment anyways. Let's see what he decides. So he's picking her back up. I'm going to slam the toolbox in there when I can. If he takes a hit for me, we're living the dream. Never mind, we don't need to do it. I'm going to go anyways. Alright. I could have used my hands. It would have been faster than the toolbox. That was a miscalculation for me. When you use your hands for Saboteur, you'll do it in 2.5 seconds. I use the toolbox then. So if you compare the speed to how quickly I Savoed then, to the speed that I'm about to do it now, you'll be able to see a marginal difference. I'm in a bit of a sticky spot where I am. I don't think he's opened anything up top though, so I can play the side window. Alright, went straight for another person on a different door, on full health. I don't know where the other door is at the moment, but we're going to cut through the map here. I can see a big rock. I'm going to go... Oh, well, there you go. That's our indicator right there, the smoke coming out. And it'll tell me where the door is. And we'll go straight towards that. Very obvious and very easy to see across the board. Therefore, it's kind of hard to not see the exit gates on this map. The smoke and the giant wall kind of gives it away. Now, I'm exhausted, and I'm injured, and I have nothing to defend myself against the stealth-based killer right now. So, if he comes over here, he's got me in the bag. There's no ifs or buts. Movement to my left. Teammate. I don't want to open the door. I'd rather hide with my Dwight friend and go heal. 3 of us are here. Means 1's missing. If we group, we stack, we heal, we can get out of this. He's got a key too. So let's take the group heal. We're still missing 1, chat. The last thing I want to do is open the door. Start the endgame collapse where my teammate needs help. He's got leader to counter the penalty of Sloppy Butcher. Very, very good. He panicked and opened the door, so now that really hurts the team a bit. Oh, he was in between a pallet as well. Oh, I won't let me Savo anymore now. That's really unfortunate. If you activate Saboteur and you don't actually finish your Saboteur, something like that will happen. Okay. I'm gonna give her a quick heal while I have the leader buff on me. And we're gonna send her in. I'll go in as well, but she can take the hit because there's still 1 teammate who's Maya right now in full health. That was a little bit of a bad play on my behalf. We still managed to walk away with it working out. She takes the heal. I run back a bit and see if there he is. Other teammate got the save, but the killer didn't have a heartbeat. Therefore, borrowed time will probably not be on Dwight unless they time that really well. They could both go for the opposite door across the map, which would be a very clever play right now, but they still wanted to come for this door, which I don't think was the right call. Alright. We're gonna try and lose him in a bush if he doesn't get a hit on me. If he doesn't get the hit, we'll try and lose him in a bush. Alright, that one's not good enough. Let's try this one. I love this map. Alright, I don't think he saw me. Okay. I don't think he saw me until I moved. It's just such a great thing to be able to do. Just be able to disappear in the open. The killer's like, where did they go? So funny. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. If you're watching this one on YouTube and you had a good time, make sure you slap a subscribe button. I do informative, educational, Dead by Daylight, Survivor, and Killer content all the time. It was a pleasure to have you guys in here. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. We do stream DVD 5 days a week over at Twitch if you guys want to pop in and say good day. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you in the fog next stream. Have a good one.